Hey guys, here we are again, back at it with some Rutted turn tips. I thought it was fitting to have some GoPro just to start it off with riding in the snow. This was last winter. We woke up this morning to a little bit of snow, the first snow in South Jersey this winter. And we got a cold snap coming, so it's going to get a little crappy, but it's all good. So getting into this, before we actually get into it, please feel free to click the thumbs up and subscribe. Also, if you like, scroll down, check out our links to RLR gloves, RLR tees, and the other products that we use. Now let's get on with it. Okay, so some rutted turn tips. Ruts can be a challenge, heck, in a straight line, let alone in a corner. But in a corner, just adds that variable sometimes and makes it more challenging. So I have some tips here to help you have more flow through a rutted turn. Number one, as far as entering the corner, you should be standing with your knees bent. Your knees should be over top of the foot peg, but your knees are bent so your butt is positioned over the back of the seat. You're going to be using more front brake than rear with no clutch. Looking to the apex, but not fixating on the apex. Fixating, that's a big word for a redneck like me. Meaning, fixating means don't stop your look through the turn. As you roll, your eyes are gazing through the turn. A lot of times by fixating, stopping your look through the turn and fixating, I've said it like 6 times, a lot of times you can cost yourself hundredths of a second. So make sure you don't fixate, just look through on your entrance, look through the turn. Another thing as far as your entrance, a lot of times, in the straight part leading up to it, right where that apex, not just a little bit before the apex, you want to be conscious of you're starting your lean. You're starting your lean by adding foot pressure to the inside foot peg to lean the bike over. So here at the apex, Justin's demonstrating a standing technique, and you can see that his knees are in front of the foot peg, therefore putting weight on the front of the motorcycle. All right, let's back that up because that brings me into another thing that I'm always asked. What's better, sitting or standing in the apex of a turn? It all depends of the angle of the turn. If it's anything more than a 90, I feel like it's best just to sit down. If it's just a simple dog leg, less than a 90 through trees, sometimes I feel like for me, it's better to stand. But then, we just had a national enduro, and I watched a lot of the national enduro footage, and there's guys hauling the mail sitting down, there's guys hauling the mail standing up. So to answer the question, yes, it depends on the arc, like I already said, but it also depends on what works for you. What kind of rider are you? How do you manipulate the bike to make it turn? And the other thing is, it's added to think about is traction. And I think a lot of times the best way to get traction is having your butt on the seat. So that means coming in, standing, and going to the seat at the apex. That will give you the best drive coming out. And that's the big thing. Trying to get that drive coming out to get down the trail as quick as you can to the next turn. I know if you're an old man like me, you're probably saying, well, dude, that's too much on my legs. And I feel you, trust me. But that's why I'm saying there is guys that sit down the whole time and get it done. The thing you want to think about here is your roll speed. Your roll speed coming in. Don't upset it by pulling in the clutch coming in. Think about the arc of the turn and getting that feet drove into your foot pegs, trying to get that drive coming out. Being easy on the brakes coming in as well. Back to that. So I hope you guys got something out of this tip, and I don't know what we're going to do next week. Give me some ideas, man. I need some ideas. All right? So y'all have a good one. Thanks.